Hi, I'm Megan Baker, and this is Influence Her. Today's guest for this next episode of Influence Her is Jocelyn Horner from Strong Women, Strong Girls. She is the president and executive director. Welcome so much.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about the organization and its mission.
Sure.
It's really interesting to me.
Sure. So Strong Women, Strong Girls has a really unique mission, and we operate in a really unique way because we are a multi-generational mentorship organization for women and girls. So what that means is where many organizations have professional women working with younger professionals or girls working with younger girls, we actually engage multiple generations to support one another to create really a broad community around mentorship. So we have professional women who mentor college women in our program, and then we have over 750 elementary school girls who are mentored by our college women mentors. So we create that continuous cycle all the way down to elementary school to support the girls in our program.
That is brilliant to me, considering if you look at today's workforce, it is multi-generational.
It is, exactly.
So it's important that you're actually in on the grassroots, you're there from the beginning, cultivating these relationships and preparing people for a bright future.
Yeah, and we really see mentorship as something where everyone can give and grow whatever their stage is in life. So when you're a professional woman, you may think in some ways that you've got all the wisdom in the world to deliver to younger women, but at the same time, you've got growing and changing that you want to do yourself. So we encourage people to think about what can you give through mentorship, but also what do you get by being a mentor and by being mentored.
Part of your story, I mean, it's so fascinating to me how you got involved and just remembering back for when you were a young girl. Would you like to share that with us and just how it all got started from just being really inspirational and causing some change?
Sure. So, I mean, I've been, pretty active as a young woman my entire life. I was lucky to have parents who really encouraged me and a mother who was a really strong figure in my life who encouraged me to stand up for what I believe in. So I've had several kind of experiences that were really formative to me to teach me that I could do whatever I wanted, even when I was a little girl. And one of the most significant ones is when I was in middle school. I started a campaign with a friend of mine to petition our mayor's office to allow us to have access to skate on an ice skating pond that was in our neighborhood. It was a community asset that we had been allowed to skate on, and one day no skating signs went up. And I went to my parents and asked them what we could do about it, and they said you could start a petition and go talk to the mayor's office. Those are the people who make those decisions. So my best friend and I in 6th grade, not knowing any better, drew up a petition and walked around the streets of our neighborhood and collected enough signatures that we were able to get the ban overturned.
And that's such a strong message to send to young women and to even older women, that it can just take one person to make a change sometimes and really to be at the grassroots of something on a movement like that.
Absolutely. I think if we don't have that kind of vision, we never see bigger change. So I encourage all the young women in our program to always think about their biggest ideas and not scale back from there, but really to shoot for the stars.
Why is mentoring so important?
I think mentoring is so critically important because we can't be what we can't see. Again, it's really hard for us to have that vision that's outside of the box. So having somebody who's come before you, who can advocate for you, who can help you to believe in yourself, really gives you a leg up and an opportunity not just to connect to external resources, but really to know the strength and capacity within yourself. The other reason that I think mentorship is so powerful is that it doesn't require anything. It's not something where you need to have money or education or training. Anyone can be a mentor and anyone can be mentored. So it's really about just connecting and supporting one another, and that's a timeless kind of gift you can give somebody else.
You grew up in the area, North Side.
I did.
You have left and you've returned, not just once.
A few times.
A few times. What has been the draw for you to return time and again?
Absolutely, my family, which is based in Pittsburgh, I've always wanted to come back and be close to them, but even more than that, a sense of Pittsburgh as a place where things can happen and change is possible. People are very community oriented here, and while sometimes I heard growing up that people can be maybe small-minded or small thinking, what I found is it's actually that people are just really connected to where they're from and the people they care about. And if you can use that, it's a really powerful tool to kind of unlock a lot of potential from people. So you can just build a lot from that kind of community base that I think is really special in Pittsburgh.
I found that to be so true, you know, having grown up in this area too, and then moving and then looking to return and really get to know the community again, get reacquainted with it. What has been your biggest motivator since you were a young girl?
I think fairness, the idea that we all deserve equal opportunities and an equal chance to achieve whatever it is we want to achieve with our lives, personally, professionally. Again, I was lucky to have a mother and a family that really instilled that value in me in the way they treated me and my sister, but they also taught us that everyone deserves that same equal opportunity and that I have a responsibility in this world to advocate for that and really not say it's somebody else's problem, because if I had that opportunity, everyone else should have the same.
How can a woman or a college student or a young girl get involved with the program?
Sure, that's a great question. There are lots of different ways to get involved. For our elementary school girls in 3rd through 5th grade who participate in our after-school programming, the easiest way to connect is through their school. We go to schools and community centers and do programming there. So we sign girls up through their school so they can check with their school and see if there's an SWSG chapter there. And if there's not, reach out to the office and we can look into whether or not it's a location where we could start a chapter. And then for our college women, we're at 7 area campuses in and around Pittsburgh. So again, we'd say go to your student activities office, see if there's an SWSG chapter there where you can sign up. And if there's not a chapter, reach out to the office again through our website or emailing us, and we'll talk about what the opportunities are. And then for professional women, there are multiple ways to support kind of our core program with our elementary school girls and to serve as role models and mentors to our college-age women. So our professional women can sign up on our website just to be a mentor, to be an event volunteer, to participate in our different programming. And that's really the easiest way for them to get involved.
What is the best piece of advice that you have received that you would like to share?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I've gotten so much good advice in my life. I think the best advice is just never, ever give up. So even if the thing that you think you want seems impossible, take it one step at a time, one piece at a time, and you may not achieve exactly that vision, but you will achieve something great if you never give up.
What is next for the organization?
We are in the midst of exploring some opportunities to expand our impact into potentially the middle school space. So right now we focus on girls in 3rd through 5th grade, but there's a powerful need to continue to support and uplift girls as they go into middle school and even high school. So that's one thing that we're moving towards. And then another opportunity we're exploring is expanding to communities outside of the immediate area of Pittsburgh, whether it's north to Butler or south into Washington, PA, to see how we can support and serve girls who are in some of those adjacent counties around Pittsburgh.
Middle school is a great idea. I know just having 4 daughters of my own that that age group is crucial too.
Yeah.
So that's great. It's good to hear that that's happening. So we are going to move on. We're not done just yet. We do have what we call the Baker's Dozen, which is 13 rapid fire questions. We ask the questions and you provide 1 to 2 word answers. So we are going to start. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What's one word to describe yourself as a teenager?
Free-spirited.
Love that. A person who inspires you?
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Oh. Favorite day of the week?
Saturday.
What do you believe a person needs in life to be happy?
Themselves.
Would you rather climb a mountain or jump from an airplane?
Climb a mountain any day.
To me, I'm like, neither. No. Favorite sports team? I hope it's a Pittsburgh team.
Penguins.
Okay. Last song you listened to?
I listened to Rihanna's latest album this morning on my way to work.
Favorite TV show?
I've been watching Succession a lot lately, which I really like.
You need a beverage. What would it be?
It would be a LaCroix coconut flavored.
That sounds good. Now, this is along the lines of Eleanor Roosevelt. So if you could have dinner with an historical female figure, who would it be?
I mean, I would definitely say Eleanor Roosevelt, but let's think about who I could add into that. I would add Toni Morrison.
Okay. Best Pittsburgh secret that you would like others to know about?
There is an island in the Allegheny River. It's called Washington's Landing, sometimes called Hare's Island, and it is a place that not a lot of people go to. There's a boathouse on there and not a whole lot else. So I would say check out Washington's Landing, Hare's Island, take your dog, take a walk.
That's a good idea. We're going to have to check that one out. I don't think I know about that, having grown up from here. All right, so this question is from our previous interviewee, and her name is Marla Presley. She's an attorney with Jackson Lewis Law Firm. She wants to know, what is your favorite Pittsburgh restaurant?
Favorite Pittsburgh restaurant actually is an Indian restaurant in Bloomfield called Taste of India. I'm a big fan of Indian food, and it was the first place I ever ate it. My parents took me there when I was a little girl.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, you get to ask the final question to our next guest, the next episode. What is that question?
What is the last good, bad movie you watched?
Love that. All right, we are out of time. Jocelyn Horner from Strong Women, Strong Girls, thank you so much. It's been such an inspiration.
Thank you.
And thanks for continuing to influence and making an impression on women in the community.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I'm Megan Baker, and this is Influence Her. Thank you.